Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. In the last episode we went to Star Cave to finally recruit Jirachi since we had a challenge request from them. And in this episode we're going to be taking on the Sky Stairway, and you might be asking, well, why are you over here then? Well, there's just a little bit of an item that I wanted to buy here. The purple Kecleon has Stone Edge. This is a move that I would love to teach to Flygon because it's basically 4 times as powerful as Rock Slide, which we have on Flygon right now, with only 5 less PP and 10% less accuracy. And honestly, like, Rock Slide's already terrible accurate. Actually, you know what? In this game, Rock Slide actually has more accuracy than most moves. So, I also sold a lot of my useless items like TMs and bands to get a bit more money, just because I've been buying so many gummies. And I actually have some new IQ skills on Glaceon here. So Glaceon got a Lava Evader, which isn't very important. That just means they're not going to step on lava. But they also got Multi-Talent, which actually means they get slightly more PP on every single one of their moves. You can't even turn it off. You just permanently get more IQ, or more PP. Speaking of which, I would like Glaceon to be our lead Pokemon here, since I'm especially afraid of, here, make leader. I'm especially afraid of monster houses here, so I would love to have the ability to deal with them more effectively with Blizzard. And of course, now that we have more PP with Blizzard, it's going to be a pretty big advantage. And in addition to that, I am bringing all of our special items here just to boost our stats a little bit, because this is a long dungeon. I wanted to make sure I was completely ready for it. You can see I have plenty of items here to deal with any situation that may arise. So let's go ahead and go. We don't actually need the Secret Slab or anything to fight any Pokemon here, so we're not dealing with that. All we really need is the challenge request from Mewtwo, and to get to the end to, of course, fight the Pokemon at the end of it, which Glaceon will have a significant advantage on, and it's another reason I'm playing as Glaceon right now, just to make it a bit easier. Especially because we're extremely low leveled for this dungeon. Even now, I'm gonna go ahead and give some items here. That can go to Sceptile. I'll go ahead and use Bite on you. This is before dark types were normally effective on Steel, so that's a shame. But I also want to teach Stone Edge to Flygon. Finally get rid of Rock Slide, which isn't a very good move in the start. It doesn't have a ton of PP, but honestly, all of Flygon's moves at this point are going to be top-notch and powerful. I guess, except for Sand Tomb, but Sand Tomb's still, that good stab. So, I'm okay with it. Is there anything else I wanted to do? Well, I guess I wanted to equip the Friend Bow to Glaceon. We can normally just recruit Pokemon here. We don't need it for Mewtwo, because Mewtwo, much like Jirachi, is a 100% recruit rate, so it won't be a problem. I'm just really, okay, look at this. Also, whoa, holy moly. How much does that increase our PP? Blizzard went from, 7 to 12? I think it increased everything by 5. That's insane. Yeah, Ice Beam was at 8 before, so we might not need very many max elixirs. I did, of course, pack plenty, because you never know what could happen, but this is a pretty good deal. I also want to go ahead, I'm gonna pick these up and then set it as an item, just because if you set something, if you pick up any more of it, like a Gravel Rock or anything, it won't add it to your supply that's set. It'll just add it separately in your inventory, and of course that also takes up more space on the inventory, which we don't want. Just some info on Sky Stairway. It is a normal dungeon. It's just like all the other ones. You can recruit all the Pokemon here. It's 50 floors. Also, we're doing a ton of damage to the Gliscors. They are doubly weak to our Ice-type moves, so makes sense. Also, I believe we should be getting a bit more experience with Glaceon since we have the Evolve card or something. I'm gonna let it get close to us just so we have a chance of recruiting it. I think we should have at least a 2% chance to recruit any Pokemon here. Also, I believe Dusknoir actually spawns in this dungeon once you've unlocked the marine whatever, which is weird because I don't think you can even unlock this dungeon without having that unlocked, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. It's just like a little detail that in this dungeon, most of the Pokemon that you can encounter here are from the future. Like, there's a lot of ghost types that you'll be seeing later on, flying types, dark types. Leafeon, who I would love to recruit if they'd just take a step forward. Thank you. Please. No can do. All right. Ooh, that's a Steelix. I'm just gonna throw some thorns at you. I was about to say, did it really have a distance move? I didn't think Steelix learned many. Although now I think about it, it probably has Earthquake, so we probably want to be a little careful with that. That's a rock type. We could still one-shot it. That's right, rock doesn't resist ice. I didn't even remember that. That's fine. Well, it's going to be one of these dungeons that changes music every floor. That's wonderful. Wow, just straight up not like, wow. I said we were underleveled because the boss Pokemon here are actually a very high level. Apparently the normal Pokemon aren't terrible. Also, I'm going to use a special move if you're going to play like that. Wow, we didn't even recruit the Ghastly at that point. That's so weird. I feel like we should be recruiting a lot more than we are. You could just use Brick Break to knock this thing out. Yeah, look at that. Using actual strategy. Interesting. That's scary. Okay, it's still alive, and it used agility. Okay, it's not gonna fight. Recruit? Oh, that's a shame. Ambipom's actually a pretty strong Pokemon in this game. I don't think it has Skill Link. I don't remember if Ambipom even has that as like a hidden ability or something. I'm not sure if it has Skill Link in this game. But if it did, Double Slap would be very powerful, getting stab and everything on it. Actually, I think I'm thinking of Minccino. Can I get a hit, please? Okay. Maybe. Thanks. Oh, recruiting the Claydol of all things. Sure. Why not? I see no reason not to. Level 30. Okay, maybe we aren't over-leveled here. Or we are over-leveled here. The boss here is like 80, level 80 though. Which is why I was thinking, oh, we must be underleveled. I guess not. I guess the normal Pokemon are super weak. Ooh, that's a Raichu. That is a starter Pokemon that we could recruit here. I mean, I guess Pikachu is technically. There is actually not a way to... I'm not sure if I even want Sceptile to deal with this. We are low on HP. Okay, Rapid Spit, fine. Let's knock you out. I don't think Sceptile's gonna have much of an advantage against a lot of these Pokemon. That's a Fortress. I'm gonna go ahead and use Ice Beam then. I have no need to recruit you. Flygon getting up to level 47. Also, I guess I could show off our stats since they probably are a bit different from what they are before. We've leveled up a couple of times on screen without showing off our stats again, and I've used a lot of gummies, of course. Ooh, okay. So not only are electric type moves weakened here, I believe our accuracy is going to be a little bit lower than normal. So we want to be careful of that. Of course, not a problem in instantly recruiting the Gliscor. I'll take it, as always. Level 31, yeah. I guess the Pokemon here just weren't as strong as I was thinking they were. In fact, that might make this one of the easier dungeons if they're this low of a level. I think actually the reasoning there must be that the shorter dungeons have harder Pokemon and the longer dungeons have easier ones. Although I don't think that's true with Bottomless Sea. I think Bottomless Sea is like terrible. I hate this. Also voice crack. Okay, if you had a move like Dark Pulse or Thunderbolt, you'd actually be able to hit this Bayonet, but since we don't, I think we might have to burn a Blizzard to hit it. Ugh, we still missed it too. Oh, that sucks, because no one has a way of hitting it. If we at least take another step. Where's Flygon going? I set your tactics to go with us. Is he confused or... Okay. Whatever. Just tack the Bayonet through there. Well, everyone's burned, so that's cool. I'm gonna hit you with an Ice Beam. I don't want you using that Rage. Thank you. I'll take the apple. No, we need to get out of here before the burn hurts us too bad. I mean, apparently, I think it only activates whenever you use a move. That must be the case, because I haven't seen it hurt us normally. Oh, there's Ditto now? Oh boy. I'm not sure how powerful of a Pokemon Ditto actually is in this game. I don't know if you can transform into one Pokemon like a floor, if you revert back after you beat that floor, or what. Use Bite, why not? Because Transform has like 16 PP or something around there, I don't know. So I don't know if you'd have trouble like keeping your PP up, because if you transform, obviously you're going to take the moves of the opposing Pokemon. I think you actually only get 1 PP for every move of the Pokemon you transform into. So that's something to keep in mind. I'll go ahead and pop a Blizzard here. I'm almost thinking that we might not even need Hail on Glaceon, you know, even for the long run. First off, Glaceon doesn't learn Hail in another like 5 turns, so there's that. But second off, like, Blizzard's been hitting really reliably, oddly enough. Now that we're in sunny weather, it's not going to be the case, and that actually makes the screen extremely white. Like, you can, look at this, you can hardly tell the difference between, like, the ground and what's not, I don't know, you can't see any texture on the ground because it's all just so white. That's how sunny it is. Oh, finally getting dizzy from hunger. That's fine. You can actually find a surplus of apples on this floor, so hunger is not a problem you need to worry about, but just in case, you never know how your luck may be, so I brought a couple of apples with us. I think I actually have a huge apple in reserves, and I'm not sure if I'm ever even going to use it. I'll let you take a step forward, and then bop you. Easily. Oh, wow. That's a recruit. Yes, absolutely. Garchomp would be an awesome member to put onto the B team. You can go home. I'm actually going to have a few days to like grind this out after I do this episode, because I'm going to be going on a little bit of a trip and I'm not going to be able to record or anything during that time, so it'll be a good time to grind up on this game, any Pokemon that we don't happen to recruit. And I'm assuming, look at all these items. I'm assuming that we're probably not going to recruit the boss of this dungeon because it's the lowest recruit rate of all the 7 mysterious items thing. I don't know what they're called. The 7 treasures. It's the lowest recruit rate of any of the 7 treasure Pokemon, so I doubt we'll be recruiting whoever's here. I'm going to take a step back because that's a steel type. Look at that. Stone Edge. Big damage. Big damage. Okay. Just take a step forward. Loving seeing that. I just love seeing Flygon being useful. I don't know, it's just because we've trained up Flygon for so long, it's nice to see it actually pay off eventually. Also, if we could get that 1 level up we need here for Glaceon. Oh yeah, you can see Glaceon's getting like 40 extra experience on them. Glaceon needs to get to level 60 just so I have that higher recruit rate. That's another reason I wanted to play as Glaceon for this dungeon, just so we'd have a bit of a better chance whenever we fight the boss here. I don't want y'all to fall asleep, so I'm going to be careful there. I believe I have 1 Pure Seed, just in case we get unlucky here, so the layout of the dungeon shouldn't be a problem as far as we're concerned. Plus, once again, thanks for that. Any monster houses will be fine. Ooh, look at that. That's right, they both have the Trap Avoider IQ skill now, so they shouldn't be stepping on it. That's really useful, actually. And yet another reason to use Glaceon, because Glaceon does not actually learn the Trap Avoider skill, so both of them, I feel like they have better traits attributed to a partner Pokemon rather than the Pokemon you play as. Oh, that's fun. Blizzard. It's weird seeing a Misdreavus after I have a Mismagius on my B team. Sure. We actually have a Mismagius and not a Misdreavus now. And that's funny because now this Misdreavus is higher level than the Mismagius I've been training up. However, I have given that Mismagius several like calciums and whatnot, so it's going to be stronger than the Misdreavus we find here anyway. Ooh, okay, that didn't do damage back. Thank goodness. Almost 1/4 of the way there. These dungeons get long. We shouldn't have to worry about it. I still have plenty of PP on Bite. I can resort to that if I need. Nah. At this point, I don't really need the money from selling it off. Joy Ribbons are kind of useless late game because they can only give you a max of 5 experience for every attack you take, so like really, what's the point at that rate? Faint is a useless move. I remember when Faint used to be spelt the way that, you know, like a Pokemon fainting was spelled, so it was always really confusing. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Gen 1. It's just not clear about anything. Faint attack is not an actual feint. It's described incorrectly. Thanks for that. I'm gonna actually swap something for that. What could I swap? What do we have that's useless? Oh, I guess we have a used TM, don't we? Can't sell it or anything. I guess it'd be good for the swap shop, but the swap shop. What is this? Banjo-Kazooie? Row, another one. Row. Guess it would be good for swapping, but other than that, no need for it. Okay, fire type moves are boosted, so I need to be careful about that, although I don't think there's actually any fire types in this dungeon, so once again, don't have to worry about it. Okay. Keep throwing them at me. I don't care. A Muck would be a cool Pokemon to have. There's just so many cool Pokemon that it would be cool to have. Just the ones that aren't normally used, like Alakazam, like Gengar. Those are always used. It's nice to use Pokemon that are never used. I wonder, did Flygon actually still have Crunch? I don't think it does. That might be a good move to use on it other than, like, I don't know. I would really like to keep Dragon Claw on it because it's so powerful and it's Stab. And Dragon Breath is a good distance move, so I don't want to get rid of either of those. And at the same time, Stone Edge, of course, is a very powerful move, and Sand Tomb is the only stab it's getting on a ground type move, which is, of course, a very powerful type to have. So, I feel like Flygon kind of has its final moveset here. I really wouldn't want to get rid of anything. Alright, you're still down there. Take this. Kaboom. Powder Seed. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't a Reviver Seed. Now we can get out of here. Wow. We are really using up our belly room here. Luckily, we're more than like a third of the way through, so I think we should be fine. We've even been getting pretty lucky with the layouts of the dungeons here. Like, we're usually spawning... Really? We're usually spawning in the room that has the... What was that? Hold on, what? Was that Sky Attack? What was that? Togekiss might be an interesting Pokemon to run. I mean, you really couldn't in this game, could you? There's no way to get a Togepi early. Ooh, a Gold Ribbon. Just because it has Serene Grace. That and Dunsparce would be fun to run in this game since stats aren't really a problem, and that's Dunsparce's really only weakness. That's an unusable apple. It's one of the things I love about Mystery Dungeon. You can just use your favorite Pokemon if you want, because stats aren't a problem, so you don't have to worry about it being weak. Usually abilities aren't a problem. However, like, obviously if you want to play as a Slacking, that's still going to be a huge problem for you, because Truant is a horrible ability in this game. Absolutely disgusting. That and Slow Start. I guess Slow Start isn't as bad. What Slow Start does is it halves your speed for the first 5 moves of the room. Of the floor, not the room. So if you happen to spawn in an area with a lot of Pokemon, good luck. It'd be better off to have as like a partner, so you wouldn't have to deal with that, and you could still use items to help them if they do struggle at the beginning of a room. Oh, hey, a Fortress. Sure. That'd be an interesting Pokemon. Sadly, the trap moves aren't actually useful in this game. What am I trying to find here? I have troubles with this, as you can tell. The UI in this game is hard for me. I don't know why. But like all that Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rock and moves like that do is set a trap at your feet. And if the opponent happens to walk into them, well, good for you, but first off, a lot of Pokemon have the Trap Avoider, so that's not going to affect any Pokemon that learn that. In addition to that, oh wow, thanks for that. I wonder if I can still hit enemies. Probably don't want to use Blizzard. Bite? Yeah, it just describes them as Pokemon. Obviously you can... Okay, so this is more of and it's affecting you rather than the character you're playing as. Everything just looks like the same Pokemon, and you have to decide for yourself whether one's an enemy or a friend. Now that's interesting. Obviously if it doesn't attack you, it's a friend. So it's not that hard to determine. Plus, like, you can, if you remember the moves of your friends, like obviously one substitute used Sand Tomb, so that's probably Flygon, you know? But still, that's a cool idea for a debuff. I kind of wish it was permanent for the entire floor, so it'd be a little bit more confusing to you as the player. But, you know, to each their own. Oh, really? You're gonna... Okay. Not taking that. Goodbye. I should probably use a Max Elixir soon since we're more than halfway through the dungeon now. Didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was. It's not even taking as long as the bottomless sea did. So I think to that effect, it might be a little short. Oh, thanks. It might be a little shorter. Also, I have to remember at floor 40, I believe it is. Yeah, floor 40, we have to actually fight Mewtwo, so we better be prepared for that, because Thanks. I don't think it actually heals you like it would for any other normal boss fight. I'm getting destroyed with traps here. I'm just going to go out and eat that. I don't care if it's on the floor. There. I don't know. I feel like the menus in this game are really good, but at the same time, they're kind of confusing to get around. Oh, thanks. Jeez. At least they'll avoid traps. Here, y'all take care of that Skarmory. That is not my job. Thanks. The one type that resists dragon. Still getting bopped. I kind of wish they were fairy. Oh gosh, I really, really want a mystery dungeon game with all of the new Pokemon, all the new typings, you know, stuff like Mega Evolution and Z moves, but in the style of an old Pokemon mystery dungeon game. Like, I would give my life for that. Have we recruited a Bayonet yet? I don't remember. I'll take it anyway. Whatever. Yeah, they're still just level 35. Yeesh. Also, a great voice crack earlier. Wonderful. Like, imagine that. And I don't mean just like, oh, pixel art. First off, yeah, pixel art, because that's awesome. But, I don't know, with the same mechanics and everything, I wish that modding a game like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was easy. As easy as like the mods for all the other Pokemon games. Not just Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That would have been awesome. I think Blizzard actually has less accuracy since we're in the sun, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I only missed one of them, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and actually use one of these max elixirs. We might as well. That's a fortress. Go ahead and eat it. That didn't go the entire thing. I feel like Ice Beam actually does have a limit to how far it goes. Nothing's hitting. Because it'll just say the move fails if you try to shoot it too far. I feel like it must at some point disappear or something. Huh. It's just so long that you normally wouldn't notice it, I guess. Wow, Bite one-shots the muck. That's interesting. Reviver Seed? Nope, but I'll take it anyway, I guess. Oh, that's a dead end. Good to know. Actually, a good amount of distance through this dungeon. So is Bite like a... Oh boy, great. At least it was knocked out immediately, so that's fine. Whatever. Here. Also, how close am I to leveling up? Because I feel like it's been a while. Oh my god. Wow. Look at that. Am I good at calling it or what? Alright, well that'll at least give us an extra 2.5% recruit chance for any of these Pokemon, which I'm pretty sure we have most of them in the first place anyway. I mean, there's a lot we don't have, I suppose, so whatever. We do have a Claydol, though, so I don't need to deal with you. I guess I'll actively search, try to get these guys. Totter Seed, don't need it. Not my biggest priority in terms of items. I just want to make sure that no matter what, we'll always have everything we need. I'm going to fight you directly, and I'm going to recruit you right now. Nope. Okay. I almost got lucky. Well, I don't know if I almost got lucky, but you never know. Oh, that's that's weird. So in certain situations, that Trap Avoider IQ skill could end up separating us. Gotta be careful about that. Keep that in mind. It feels like we went through these last 3 floors super slowly. I'm not sure what's happened. Reviver? No. I mean, all these seeds are still good seeds. It's just I only have so much room. Okay, bye. I only have so much storage room. Heal Seed, don't need that. I started actually stockpiling Heal Seeds because I thought that they might be useful in the future, but they don't end up really being useful. There's not really any status condition in this game that completely ruins you, except for, like, if you get paralyzed at the exact wrong moment, then maybe. But other than that, like, poison doesn't really need to be healed right away. Orange berries can deal with that. Burning doesn't turn out to, like, do anything, so who cares about that? All it does is really have your attack stat, and even then, I'd recommend that pretty much any Pokemon in this game have a mixed moveset. Oh, that's rude. And at the same time, I'd also like to recruit you, please. Oh, wow, I actually got it. Huh, sure. Gengar is actually a fun Pokemon because it was a main character in the first game, Red and Blue Rescue Team. So that can be fun to have. I'll send you home, though. Once again, just don't want to deal with them getting knocked out and using out my Reviver Seeds. And it's just a lot of Pokemon. Wow, that is a constant one-shot. What was I saying before? I feel like I was on something important and I didn't finish my thought. Ooh, someone has a Doe Seed, and I would not mind recruiting a Shelgon either. Or we can just move on anyway. I think I was saying that it felt like these last few floors took forever to get through, and I'm not sure why. No, that was a thought a while ago. I completely lost my important thought that I had. Wow, that sucks. I might try and put something... Ugh. Okay. So I say that. I say I might try to finish my thought in the form of editing and post. However... Oh, really? No damage? Jeez. I don't think I'm going to watch through this entire video to try and, like, you know, edit it all. That's a thing. In these, like, super long videos that we have here, I really don't feel the need to go through the entire video. Oh, come on, really? Oh, you're gonna keep doing it. All right, then. Andy's gonna get the boost. Watch him use it again. No, okay. I'm still gonna Blizzard you. Oh my goodness. Please, I need to hit something. Please knock it out. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I think every Pokemon should have a mixed moveset. That's right. So, like, of course you can come across Pokemon that have Intimidate. You're going to want to have some special move to deal with that. No Pokemon's going to ever have a stat difference in attack and special attack that's so large that one side's going to be better than the other, unless you specifically build them that way, such as only giving them proteins or something. In addition to that, you never know what a Pokemon's defense is going to be. Plus, physical moves just sometimes are better, because the physical moves are usually the ones that are the most powerful in the game, while special moves focus on having like a lot of range, different utilities in the way of like Blizzard or Ice Beam, you know? Things like that, while physical moves are going to be high power, but only hit the spot directly in front of you, things like that. So, really, every Pokemon in the game probably should have a mixed moveset. I mean, I even have it on my Glaceon here, which is known for being a special sweeper, so you know how it'd be. Oh my god, stop. I was going to try and recruit you, but I guess not. Jeez. If I ever wanted to recruit any of them, I guess I could probably recruit Beldum in that one dungeon. Ooh, also, gotta keep in mind in this next dungeon, or in this next floor. Thanks. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Ooh, you deal with that. That is not my job. In this next floor, we're actually going to be dealing with Mewtwo, so I'm going to make sure I take an Orange Berry before I go into this next stairwell. Because I don't think it heals you. Don't quote me on... What? Alright. It got the speed boost off of it, so it used it again. Can we, like, attack this thing? Where? What? Oh, so that was a Drift Limb. Either a Drift Blim or a Drift Loom, I don't know what it was. But it had the ability that makes it explode after it dies. And it moves probably in the wall, and that's why Flygon couldn't hit it. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna give one to Flygon as well, because I don't want him getting knocked out. And let's take it on. Once again, don't have to worry about recruiting, because it's 100%. Mewtwo sent the challenge letter. You're pretty brave coming here. I'll show you just what power is. Okay, so you'll actually notice we actually get like a custom battlefield here for Mewtwo. I love it. All right. I don't know what moves you have. I'm willing to bet you have Shadow Ball, so you could probably use it against me if you got too close or if you were far away. Although I think you're knocked out after this. Yeah. It is a level 80 Pokemon. That was a level 80 Mewtwo. Don't want to leave the dungeon. Hopefully that allows us to still fight Rayquaza. If it doesn't, oh, just name dropped it. Oh well, it's probably going to be on the screen anyway, in the thumbnail. But hopefully that still allows us to fight the boss of this dungeon. I don't know if it's different because it's a challenge request. I hope it is. I really do hope, because I don't want to have to go through this entire dungeon again to fight the boss. That would really suck. Then again, I think we might be good anyway, because this isn't a dungeon with two different like types of dungeons in it. That being said, we only have like 8 more floors to go. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna go ahead and throw an apple in my gullet. There we go. And that should last us probably for the rest of the dungeon. Ooh, money. I do want to focus on grabbing a lot of money now. Okay, I want to let you get closer to me. Now, please recruit. No, don't you dare knock out that Leafeon. I want to recruit this bad boy. I want a team of all EV evolutions. Couldn't get lucky enough. Whoa, whoa, a new move? False swipe. Interesting. Man, look at the power on that thing. And I think it's always like a guaranteed hit as well. Sadly, don't think it's useful. Not for the powerful moveset that Sceptile has. I'm not willing to get rid of anything. So that's how it be. I feel like we've pretty much mastered everyone's moveset at this point. Glaceon could probably have something to get rid of Bite, but I feel like Bite covers Pokemon perfectly that Ice type doesn't. Steel type is the only type that Glaceon's gonna have a problem with, and even then, like Flygon deals with that. And even then, we're so strong that I feel like any Steel types aren't really going to have us struggling because they're all pretty weak. Well, I guess, once again, stats don't really matter in this game, but I don't know. Steel type is the only type she's struggling against, so if I can, I might try to get her something that'll deal with that. But at the same time, I don't think Glaceon has a pretty bad move pool. I'm gonna be honest. It's just really the abilities. Well, Ice type in general is a very strong typing in this game. But the ability of Glaceon, along with its move pool of Ice types moves, is great. But other than that, like, obviously there's not going to be like any fire type, ground type attacks. I doubt it. And even then, there's not a very good choice of ground type attacks in this game. Is that all? I guess fighting type. It could probably learn Brick Break. Now I think about it, and that wouldn't be terrible at all. In fact, that might be. Well, the thing is, we also already have that on Sceptile. So it's like, do I really want 2 Pokemon to have the same move? Would that be boring? Probably not, but still. Bite's just so weak. I'm not sure if I should keep it or not. Don't know, dude. I mean, at this point, we're so late in game right now that I feel like any moveset changes after this point really isn't going to matter in the long run anyway. So, is there really a point to it? I guess we still have quite a few dungeons to go through. Like, ooh, geez, that did a lot of damage. Oh, well, we didn't. Okay, never mind. Maybe we should have something to deal with Steel types. Yeesh. We still have a couple of dungeons that we have to go through for Secret Slab legendaries. We still have the Zero Islands. We still have a certain tower. That has discharge, doesn't it? Okay, thank God. Wait, whoa, whoa, what was that? Sucker Punch? From where? There must be a Gengar back there. Big Giga Drain. I'm just afraid of it having discharge. Whoa, really? Hold on, Gengar hit me from that far off? Huh. Should be able to one-shot you with a bite. Maybe? Yeah. Yeesh. I don't know how it sucker punched me from so far away. We haven't used a single Reviver Seed in this dungeon, and if we are able to get through the whole thing without using a single one, I almost got bopped by that fortress. I'm sure if it used a Mirror Shot on me, I'd be dead. But, I'd like to see if we can get through this entire dungeon without using a single Reviver Seed, because I feel like that's a pretty good achievement. That being said, we're getting stairs out of the wazoo. Look at that. Look at that. We're done. That's it. It didn't let us. It didn't let us. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. So you... Yeah, you can join me. Yeah, oh boy, we got a Mewtwo. It is a level 80 Mewtwo. No. Man. I just figured it'd let us. Okay. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm not going to go and fight that at the end of this episode. The next episode will start off with that boss fight. How about that? How does that sound? And you know what? We might as well bring in Mewtwo for a good show there. I think we should be able to teach Ice Beam to Mewtwo, so we'll have a pretty good advantage once again. I just don't want to bring in my main team and have them get even more overleveled than they already are, so you know how it be. I want to check out Mewtwo Stats, see how he is, even though we haven't like poured anything into him. He's a level 80 Pokemon, and actually that wouldn't be bad for recruiting, now I think about it. Yeah, level 80, all of his stats are over 100, and it even has like a better special attack stat. Barrier, Power Swap, Psychic, and well, that's an absolutely terrible moveset, but that can be remedied. Huh. That's a Pokemon that I'm gonna start bringing with me for recruitment, because he's high leveled. Alright, in the next episode, we're going to... What are we gonna do? I mean, we're going to obviously fight the boss of Sky Stairway, because we couldn't do that this time. But I think we might take on Oblivion Forest if I were to take a guess, so that's what we'll say, although I wouldn't hold me to it because plans can change. See you all in the next episode, and goodbye.